This is our yoga class today, and we'll need just a set of blocks, and then a strap is optional if you'd like to have one. We're going to start laying on our back. Any comfortable pose on your back. You're welcome to bring a block underneath your hips. Maybe bring in a gentle gaze behind your eyes. Knees can be bent up towards the ceiling. You can butterfly your knees out, bound angle. Hands by your side, or one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, and just breathing. Eyes on the inhale. Belly falls on the exhale. If you're just joining us, we'll just use a set of blocks. A strap is optional. We're going to find a comfortable pose on our back. Legs can be out long, knees towards the ceiling, feet on the floor. You're welcome to bring the soles of your feet together for bound angle pose. You can place a block or two underneath your hips and just breathing. Noticing your belly rise towards the ceiling on your inhales. Melting your sacrum in towards your mat on your exhales. Our rounds of breath here. Maybe setting an intention for class today. On your next inhale, bend your knees, bring your knees towards the ceiling, feet on the floor, hip width apart and parallel. Arms by your side, palms facing down, heels close in towards your hips. Squeeze your glutes, press into the soles of your feet, bridge pose. Exhale, lower your hips, releasing back down towards the floor. Inhale, squeeze your glutes, lift. Exhale, lower back down. One more time. Inhale, squeeze, lift. Exhale, lower back down towards the floor. Draw your knees in towards your chest, curling yourself into a tight ball. You can tuck your head, neck, and shoulders or leave them on the floor for a deeper stretch. Maybe find a comfortable sway from side to side. Grabbing the back side of your thighs, your shins. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows for a tighter stretch. Come back through center, cross one ankle over the other. Gently rock and roll yourself a few times along your spine. On the last one, rise up to find a tabletop at the center of your mat. Wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips, placing a block underneath your palms. Tuck your toes, hammock your belly towards your mat, gaze up towards the ceiling. Deep inhale. On your exhale, untuck your toes, round your spine, create space between your shoulder blades. Inhale, cat and cow, tabletop, gaze up, look up. Exhale, round your spine to find cat. Moving here a few more times with your breath. After your last cow, come back to a neutral spine. Bump the hips side to side. And then come through center. Rotate your fingers towards the outer edge of your mat for some wrist and forearm stretches. Stay here or find a gentle sway from side to side. Come back through center, rotate your fingers towards the back of your mat or any degree between the side and the back of your mat. Pressing the elbow creases to the top of the mat, you can tuck your toes, drawing your hips back towards your heels, and then rocking back, shoulders over your wrist. Come back through center, release your fingertips towards the top of the mat for tabletop. Inhale, reach your right arm high, gaze up, look up. Exhale, thread your right arm under and through the left side body. Inhale, right arm reaches high. Exhale, sweep, hover, and hold, thread the needle. One more time, inhale, reach your right arm high. Exhale, thread your right arm all the way under and through, releasing your right cheek towards the floor or that block. Left hand stays boxed out, holding here and breathing. Thread the needle on the left side. Press into your left hand, inhale, reach your right arm towards the sky. Exhale, plant your right hand under your right shoulder. Inhale, left arm towards the sky, gaze up, look up. Exhale, thread your left arm under and through the right side body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sweep, hover and hold. One more time, inhale, left arm reaches high, gaze up, look up. Exhale, thread your left arm all the way under and through. Left cheek or ear comes towards the floor or a block. Really reaching those left fingertips long as your right hand stays boxed out. Press into your right hand, inhale, left arm to the sky. Release your left hand under your left shoulder. Lengthen your right leg straight back. Flex through your right foot, pressing the ball of your foot in towards the floor. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift and hold. Point your right toes. Lift it an inch higher. Exhale, tuck your knee in towards your nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rainbow tap over to the left side. Inhale, kick it straight back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, flex your right toes and draw that right leg up and over to the outer left side. Looking over your left shoulder to see your right toes. To get deeper in the stretch, you can draw your right heel closer towards the floor. To lessen that stretch, rock towards your toes, bringing your shoulders further over your wrists. Holding here and breathing. Curtsy tabletop. Keeping that right leg straight, lift your right leg and draw it all the way to the outside of your right hip. We're going to find gate pose. Seal the sole of that right foot, tuck your left toes, and then draw your hips back and forward. Bringing your left glute towards your left heel. One more. Stack your shoulders on top of your wrist. Walk your hands towards your left knee. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, bend your elbows, lift your gaze, cactus your arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release your right hand by your right leg. Deep side bend over to the right. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, release your left hand by your left knee on the floor or on a block. Supported plank on the left side. Using your core, squeeze your glutes. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Walk your hands back out under your shoulders. Tuck your right knee under your right hip and draw a few circles with your right knee. And then reverse that direction. Release your right knee under your right hip. Extend your left leg straight back, flexing your left toes, drawing your heel towards the back of the mat. Inhale, lift your left leg to hip height. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift and hold. Point your left toes. Lift your left leg an inch higher. Exhale, tuck your knee in towards your nose, round your spine. Inhale, kick it straight back. Exhale, tap over to the right side, big arch. Kick your left leg straight back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick it straight back. Flex your left toes. Draw that left leg up and over to the outer right side, looking over your right shoulder. Holding here and breathing. Curtsy tabletop, same options. To lessen that stretch, you can rock towards your toes. To deepen that stretch, you can draw your left heel closer towards the floor. Keeping that left leg straight. Inhale, draw your left leg all the way up and around towards the outer left hip. Finding gate pose, sealing the sole of your left foot. Tuck your right toes and then draw your hips back and forward a few times, sinking your right hip towards your right heel. On the next one, stack your shoulders over your wrist. Walk your hands towards your right knee. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. One cactus, bend your elbows, lift your gaze, spread your fingers wide. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, side bend to the left, release your left arm down your left leg. Right bicep hugs your right ear. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Exhale, release your right hand by your right knee, side bend. Right hand on the floor or on a block. Long line of energy, supported plank. Engage your core. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward, walking your hands back out under your shoulders. Draw your left knee back under your hip and draw that left knee a couple circles in one direction. And then reverse. Release that left knee down. Bump the hips side to side. Coming back to your tabletop. From here, extend your right leg straight back. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, tuck your knee in towards your nose, round your spine, and step your right foot between your palm, between those blocks, coming into low lunge. Inhale, arms overhead, low crescent, back left knee is on the floor. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lightning crescent, hinge forward, sweep the arms back. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sweep, lightning crescent. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, rise. Exhale, swan dive forward, placing your hands back on blocks to frame your front right foot. We're going to pivot our left toes to the long edge of our mat. I'm facing the wrong direction. Pivot your left toes to the long edge of your mat. Inhale, rise up, kneeling warrior one. Pivot your arms out to the horizon, opening up for kneeling warrior two. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, extended side, draw your right elbow towards your right thigh. Reach your left bicep towards your left ear. Inhale, arms to the horizon, warrior two. Flip your right palm, reverse your warrior left arm down the outside of your left leg. You can also bind around towards your right hip, pressing that right knee directly over your right ankle. Inhale, rise up, arms out to the horizon. Tick-tock your right hand down, left arm up. Kneeling, bent knee, triangle. Right hand can stay hovering. It can be on the floor or on a block. Your left hand down, framing your front right foot. We're going to pivot our left toe. So now both hips are in line. And press into that right knee and then straighten the right leg. Low lunge, right leg forward, bend, and extend into that front knee. On your next breath, hold the right leg straight, hips are back. Point, flex, circle out your right ankle, wiggle your toes. And then we're all going to hold that right foot, flex, windshield wiper that right leg side to side. Engage your right quadricep. Bring your toes to the sky, heel towards the floor. Walk your hands over to the right side. Looking over your right shoulder. Still digging that right heel in towards the floor. Walk your hands back through center. Frame your right foot. And then bring your hands to the inside of that right leg. Deep twist over the left side. Come back to center, frame over your right foot. Stay here for a couple rounds of breath. You can bring your forehead closer towards your knees. Hands can be on blocks or on the floor at any height. On your next inhale, bend into that front right knee, straightening that left leg a little bit more. Bend your left heel in towards your left glute. Reach your right hand back towards your left foot. Maybe you can tap your toes. Maybe you're reaching. Maybe you're holding on to your pant leg. Lower your left foot. Release your right hand towards your right foot. Stepping your right leg straight back. Set the blocks off to the side. Hands under your shoulders. Exhale, single leg chaturanga, lower all the way down. Once you arrive, tuck your right knee in. Hips are still elevated. I know it's funky. Press back up, coming back to your tabletop. Bump the hips side to side. That's our kneeling sequence. We're going to repeat it on the other side, then we're going to take it to some standing poses. So bringing those blocks once again back under your wrist. Inhale, lengthen your left leg straight back. Lift your left leg. Exhale, tuck your knee in towards your nose. Round your spine. Step your left foot between your palms and just directly between those blocks. Holding here and breathing, low lunge. Inhale, rise up. Low crescent. Inhaling through your fingertips. Exhale, hinge forward. Sweep the arms back. Inhale, rise. Everything will be kneeling for this sequence. Exhale, hinge forward, sweep the arms back. Once more, inhale, rise. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, rise. Exhale, swan dive, framing your front left foot. We're going to pivot our right toes to the long edge of the mat behind your left hip. Inhale, arms overhead, warrior one. Arms out to the horizon. Keep a bend in that front left knee, palms facing down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, extended side, left elbow to left thigh, reaching your right fingertips long. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Flip your left palm to the ceiling. Exhale, reverse your warrior, draw your right arm down your right leg. Maybe tuck it around towards your left hip. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Change nothing in the legs. Tick-tock your left hand down, right arm towards the ceiling. Kneeling, bent knee, triangle pose. Left arm down, right arm towards the sky. Cartwheel your right hand to meet the left. Bring your left hand to the outside of your left knee and then pivot your right foot back so both hips are facing forward. Blocks can once again be at any height. We're just going to straighten and bend into that front left knee. Kneeling lunge, or for this sequence purposes, get into kneeling pyramid pose. On your next breath, hold that left leg straight. Point, flex, add some movement to the left toes. You can circle out your ankle, wiggle your toes. On the next breath, draw your toes to the ceiling as you dig your left heel towards the floor. Arms are out straight. Remember, you can always come into a forward fold or stay as tall as you'd like here. Single leg split. Walk your hands towards the outer left side of that left leg. Maybe walk your hands over to your left hip, looking over your left shoulder. Walk your hands back to center, frame your left foot. Pause here for a breath. And then bring your hands towards the inside of your left leg, maybe looking over your right shoulder for a deeper twist. Inhale, come back to center, frame your front left foot. Stay here for a couple rounds of breath. You can stay up as high or come down as low as you'd like. Using those props or setting them aside. On your next exhale, bend into your front left knee, open up your right hip flexor. Bend into that back right heel, bringing your heel towards your glutes, reach your left hand back. Maybe your left hand and right foot make a connection. Maybe you're just reaching. Quad stretch on the right side. Release your right foot, release your left hand. Plant your hands on your blocks to frame your left foot. Step your left foot straight back. Set your blocks off to the side, hands under your shoulders, bend into your elbows, lower all the way down to like a single leg puppy, and then press back up. Step your left knee in to meet the right, bump the hips side to side, coming back to your tabletop. Deep inhale, deep exhale. From your tabletop, tuck your toes, walk your hands up, palm print forward, lift your hips, coming into our first downward facing dog. Begin to draw your heels towards the floor as your biceps hug your ears, lengthening through your body, making upside down carrot with your body. Begin to bend into your right knee as you lower your left heel. Now straighten your right leg, lowering your right heel as you bend into your left knee. Begin to continue moving here as you bend and extend into one knee at a time, walking your dog, pedaling your heels. With a deep bend in both of your knees, heels towards the floor. Walk your hands towards your toes, coming into a forward fold. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins, crown of your head pulling away from your body. Exhale, forward fold. Allow your head, neck, and shoulders to pull towards the floor, feeling the back side of your body as you stretch. You're welcome to grab opposite elbows for a ragdoll and just find a gentle sway from side to side if that's in your practice. Gently sway back through center. Release your hands towards the floor. We're going to find gorilla pose. Lift your right foot. With your right palm up towards the sky, plant your right hand under your right toes. Lift your left foot, digging your heel towards the floor. Left palm up towards the sky, plant it under your left foot. So we're placing our feet on the palms. You can wiggle your toes for a hand massage. If this is not comfortable, you can always grab your big toe with your thumb and index fingers. It's just an easy way, a gentle stretch to get a little bit deeper in your hamstrings. Gently release your left hand, release your right hand. Toe heel your feet towards the outer edge of your mat. Heels in, toes out. Bend into both knees to find Malasana Yogi Squat. You can place your hips on blocks at any height. You can sink your hips lower than your knees if that's comfortable and in your practice. You're also welcome to keep your hips elevated. Try to lift your chest tall. Hands at heart center. Elbows drawing the knees wide. On your next breath, plant your hands towards the floor and lift your hips towards the sky. Toe heel your feet back under your hips. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Slowly rise all the way up. Head, neck, and shoulders. Last to arrive, roll your shoulders up and back. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Find your hands, releasing your thumb and index finger for a steeple grip. And now toe heel your big toes to touch, tiny space between your heels. Inhale, arms towards the sky. Lengthen. Exhale, side bend to the right, bump your hips to the left. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, side bend to the left, bump your hips to the right. Inhale, back through center. Switch which thumb is on top of the other. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, side bend. Try to bump somebody off of your mat with your left hip. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, side bend to the left, hips to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, release your hands to your lower back. Fingertips facing down. Toe heel your feet to hip distance. Begin to press your hips forward, gazing up towards the diagonal crease in the wall. Stay here. Continue to draw your gaze towards a real or imaginary line on your ceiling. Gentle back bend. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, release your hands down the back side of your legs, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. With a deep bend in your knees, walk your hands out, coming into a high plank. Shoulders over your wrists, shoulders in line with your hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbows tucked in, lower all the way down, full chaturanga. Once you arrive, untuck your toes. Press them to the tops of your feet. Press into your palms. Inhale, lift, mini cobra. Exhale, release. One more time. This time, little to no weight in your palms. Maybe lift your knees, maybe lift your palms. Exhale, lower all the way down. Walk your hands to your lower rib cage. Press up, full cobra. Option to find upward facing dog. Come through tabletop, or we'll all meet back in downward facing dog. Begin to pedal out your heels, deep bend and extend into one knee at a time. Coming back to your breath. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Bend your right knee, stack your hip, circle out your right ankle. Kick your right leg straight back, hips are square. Exhale, tuck your knee in towards your nose, step your right foot between your palms, coming into runner's lunge. Inhale, rise up, high crescent, arms overhead, shoulders over your hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lightning crescent, hinge forward, sweep the arms back. Inhale, rise. Two more. Exhale, sweep. You've been here before. This time we're standing. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sweep and stay. Draw the arms around front, big circle. Reach your fingertips to the top of your mat. Inhale, open up to warrior two. Pivot your left toes, arms to the horizon. Palms facing down. Inhale, lift, big star. Exhale, deep bend, find that warrior two. Inhale, lift, arms high, right leg straight. Exhale, deep bend. One more. Inhale, lift. Find the deepest bend to that right knee. Commit to that bend. Flip your right palm to the sky. Reverse your warrior. Left arm down your left leg or bind it around towards your right hip. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, extended side. Right elbow to right knee, left bicep towards your left ear. Change nothing in your legs. Find bent knee triangle. Right arm down, left arm towards the sky. Stacking that left shoulder over the right. Change nothing in the arms. Straighten that front right leg for triangle. To challenge your balance, you can gaze up towards your left fingertips. To add balance, gaze down towards your right toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reverse your triangle. Lift down your left leg. Or bind around towards your right hip. Really reach your right fingertips long. You can stay here in reverse triangle. If you want to find archer, you can flex your right toes. Engage your right quadricep. Lower your right toes, they're lifted. Inhale, big star. Pivot your right toes to the long edge of the mat. Arms out to the horizon. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Pause halfway. Lengthen through the crown of your head, and then release down all the way towards the floor. Hands can be under your forehead, on the floor, or on blocks. Really allow your head, neck, and shoulders to pull towards the floor beneath you. You can grab opposite elbows for a ragdoll and sway side to side. If your limbs and your forehead are just grazing the floor, you can toe heel your feet closer towards one another. Holding no tension in your neck and your back, and just melting towards the floor. Gently sway back through center. Release your hands underneath your forehead. Right hand on the floor on a block. Inhale, lift arms to the sky. Wide-legged forward fold, twist. Exhale, release your left hand down. Switch sides. Right arm towards the sky. Left hand on the floor on a block. Release your right hand back to meet the left. Walk your hands over to your front right foot. Bend into your right knee and pivot your toes to the top of the mat for runner's lunge. Walk your left foot in a step or two and then lower your left heel. Left foot is at 45. We're going to find pyramid pose. Hands can be on the floor or on blocks, framing your front right foot. And now try straightening that right leg. You can keep as deep of a bend in that right knee as you would like. Both soles of the feet are grounded towards the floor. Right foot directly at 12 o'clock, left toes at 45. Pyramid pose as you draw that right hip back, left hip forward to keep the hips square. Plant a block to the inside of your right foot, left hand on the floor on a block. Inhale, right arm towards the sky, revolve pyramid. Release your right hand back to frame your right foot. Bend into your right knee. Keep your back foot at 45. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Shoulders stacked over your hip, deep bend that front right knee. Feel the length along the back left leg. Pull that right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lightning warrior. Sweep the arms back, hinge forward. Inhale, rise, two more. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, rise. Exhale, swan dive forward. Frame your right foot. Set your blocks off to the side. Plant your hands. Step your left foot back. Reach your right leg back to meet the left. Option to hover that right leg. Option to lower the knees. Elbows tucked in, lower all the way down. Once you arrive, inhale, cobra. Exhale, we'll all meet back in down dog. Pedal it out, come back to your breath. Allow your hips to bump from side to side. From your down dog, inhale, lift your left leg towards the sky, three-legged dog, lower your right heel. Bend your left knee, stack your hip. Start to latch your left ankle, wiggle your toes. Take your left leg straight back, lift an inch higher. Exhale, tuck your knee in towards your nose. Step your left foot between your palms for runner's lunge. Find your focus. Inhale, rise up, high crescent, both toes facing forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lightning crescent. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lightning crescent. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sweep and hold. Draw the arms around in front, big circle, pivot the right toes, open up, find your warrior two. Deep bend that front left knee. Inhale, lift, big star, straighten the leg, arms overhead. Exhale, deep bend. Nice, two more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, deep bend. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend and stay. Deepest bend that left knee. Flip your left palm to the sky. Reverse your warrior arm down your right leg or behind your left hip. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release your left elbows to your left thigh, extended side. Right bicep towards your right ear. Change nothing in your legs. Left arm down, right arm towards the sky. T arms. Bent knee triangle. Change nothing in your arms. Straighten that front left leg for triangle pose. Bump the hips back. Make sure you're stacking that right shoulder directly over the left. Gazing down or gazing up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reverse your triangle. Left arm down your left leg. Right bicep to your right ear. You can bind that right hand towards your left hip. To find archer, you can flex your left toes. Engage your left quadricep. Release your left toes, they're lifted. Inhale, arms overhead. Big start, pivot your left toes. Arms out to the horizon. This time let's bind our hands behind our back. Hands on your lower back, fingertips facing down, or you can bind your hands, pulling your thumbs towards your heels. Gaze up, look up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Once you arrive, you can release your hands at any time, or to get deeper, reach your palms towards the ceiling. You're welcome to try the same variations. If you want to find something different, you can walk your hands or your forearms forward for a wide-legged down dog. Hands or forearms can come to the floor or block. Weight is in the balls of your feet. For a shoulder stretch, you can walk your hands towards your feet, coming to the opposite side of your mat. Now weight is in your heels. Maybe lift your toes. Walk your hands back under your forehead, and then walk them over to your right foot. Left hand on the floor on a block. Inhale, sweep your right arm towards the sky. Revolved, wide-legged forward fold twist. Release your right hand to meet the left. Walk your hands back through center. This time over to your left foot. Right hand on the floor on a block. Inhale, arm to the sky. Exhale, plant your left hand. Pivot your toes to the top of the mat. Bend into that front left knee. Walk your right foot in a step or two and turn the right toes to 45. As you're here, begin to straighten that front left leg to find your pyramid pose. To get deeper, draw that left hip back, right hip forward, keeping the hips square towards one another. Remember, you can always create a bend in your front left knee. Plant a block to the inside of your left foot, right hand on the floor on a block. Inhale, arm to the sky, revolve, pyramid pose. Release your left hand to frame your front left foot. Bend into your front left knee. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Arms stacked over your hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lightning warrior. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sweep. Back heel stays grounded. Inhale, rise. One more. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, rise. Exhale, swan dive to frame your front left foot. Set your props off to the side. Plant your hands. Step your right foot back. Coming into runner's lunge. Extend your left leg back, option to hover or tap the floor, option to lower the knees or stay lifted. Elbows tucked in towards your body, slowly lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, we'll all meet back in downward facing dog. Pedal it out, deep bend, and extend into one knee at a time. Inhale, your right leg towards the sky. Bend your right knee, stack your hip. Draw your right knee towards your right wrist for pigeon pose. Lower your left knee. To get deeper, you can slide that left leg back. You can place a block underneath your right hip to keep the hips level. You can also use blocks under your hands, bringing your hands towards your midline for a back bend. At any time, you're welcome to come into a forward fold to get a little bit deeper into that pigeon stretch. Maybe find a gentle sway from side to side. Plant your hands under your shoulders, lower your right hip towards the floor, and then slide your left knee out from your left hip. We have a hip opening drill, arms behind your back, 90-90. Lift the knees to the sky, plant your feet on the floor like we're doing a crab walk, and then lower your knees to the back of the mat. Inhale, knees to the sky, feet on the floor, and back to the top of the mat. One more time, adding on, inhale, feet on the floor, knees to the sky. Bring your knees to the back of the mat, make sure both knees are on your mat. Squeeze your glutes, engage your core, lift your hips, press your hips forward as you reach your arms back. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Knees to the sky, feet on the floor, rotate back to the top of the mat, both knees on your mat, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips, press it forward, reach back. Nice, exhale, lower all the way down. Plant your hands to frame your front right knee, slide your left leg back to find pigeon, and then step your right foot back to meet the left. Pedal it out, deep bend and extend to one knee at a time. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky, three-legged dog, bend your left knee, stack your hip. Hold that knee bent and then draw your left knee towards your left wrist. Coming into pigeon pose on this side. You're welcome to slide your right leg back to get deeper. You can place a block underneath your left hip to keep the hips square. With or without blocks, you can walk your hands towards your midline for a gentle back bend. Whenever you're ready, you can come into a forward fold or stay right where you are in your pigeon pose. Plant your hands under your shoulders, lower your left hip towards the floor. You're trying to sit on just that left hip. Slide that right knee directly out from your hips. Place your hands behind your back. Lift your knees to the sky, feet on the floor, and rotate your knees to the back of your mat. Inhale, knees to the sky, feet on the floor, rotate back to the top of the mat. One more time, adding on, inhale, knees to the sky, feet on the floor. Both knees on your mat, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips, press it forward, reach your arms back. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down, using support of your hands, blocks, or hands at heart center. Knees to the sky, feet on the floor, both knees on your mat. Squeeze, lift, press it forward, reach back. Exhale, lower all the way down. Plant your hands on your shoulders, slide your right leg back. Both hips are square, tuck your right toes, lift your left leg back to meet the right, pedal out your heels. Moving back to your downward facing dog. Deep bend and extend until one knee at a time. Gently lower both of your knees towards the floor, come into a tabletop. Lower to your left or right hip, does not matter which side. Allow your legs to come out long in front. Grabbing a block between your palms. Knees are bent, feet on the floor. Inhale, lengthen without lifting a pinky toe, lower all the way down. Think slow, controlled, steady. Lower ab engagement, lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders, neck, head. Once you arrive, tap that block overhead. Gently bring that block back out in front. Walk your heels in towards your glutes. Squeeze your glutes, lift your hips. And on the lowest setting, place that block underneath your hips, allowing your sacrum to melt into the block, into your mat, opening up your hips. Stay here, begin to lift one or both of your legs towards the sky for supported legs up the wall. And flex your toes as if you're trying to imprint your sole foot on the ceiling above you. Reaching opposite direction, soles of your feet towards the ceiling, hips towards the floor. Stay here or add your fingers towards your toes and add in some movement. Pointing, flexing, circling out your wrists, your ankles, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Everything moving all class. Gently lower your feet back towards the floor. Soles of your feet grounded, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips. Release that block from under your hips and bring it off to the side. Draw your knees in towards your chest, curling yourself into a ball, and then release the soles of your feet towards the ceiling for happy baby. Grabbing the back side of your thighs, the outer edge of your calf, or the outer edge of each foot. You're welcome to stay, or you can play by rolling side to side. Gently sway back through center. Release your left leg towards the back of your mat. Single leg happy baby, feeling a stretch in the front left hip flexor. Release your right foot, calf, or thigh. Draw your right heel towards your right glute, binding your hands on your right shin for wind removing pose. Continuing to flex your left foot to allow your left calf to be closer to the floor. Point, flex, circle out, wiggle your right toes. For an active stretch, tuck your chin to your chest, hover your shoulders. Release everything down to the mat, left leg, head, neck, and shoulders. Release your bind from your right shin. Using your left hand, guide your right knee over to the left side of your body. Gazing up towards the ceiling or over your right shoulder. Supine twist on the right side. Inhale, come back through center. Keeping your right knee bent, release your right foot to the inside of your left leg for reclined tree. Any tension that you may be inadvertently holding, let it go. Release your glutes, release your right knee, release your shoulders. Plant your right foot on the floor, knee to the sky. Bend your left foot, bring your left foot in to meet the right. Draw your knees into your chest and coming back to your happy baby. Soles of your feet to the sky, grabbing the outer edges of your feet, your shins, or the back side of your thighs. Staying still or find a gentle sway. Sway back through center, release your right leg long, flexing your right foot to allow your right calf to come closer towards the floor. Feeling a stretch along your front right hip. Release your left foot, calf, or thigh. Bind your hands on your left shin as you draw your left heel towards your left glute for wind removing pose on the left side. Point, flex, circle out your left ankle. Draw that left knee up and away from your rib cage towards your left shoulder. With your right leg still hovering, tuck your chin to your chest, hover your shoulders. Release your head, neck, and shoulders and right leg. Release the bind on your left shin. Using your right hand, guide your left knee through your midline over to the right side of your body. Left knee can be on the block, on the floor, or just hovering in space. Gazing up towards the sky or looking over your left shoulder. Supine twists on the left side. Inhale back through center, both hips on the floor. Left knee stays bent, bringing the sole of your left foot to the inside of your right leg. Letting go of any tension that you may be holding in your shoulders or in your calves, and just let it go, melting into your mat. Left knee stays bent, knee to the ceiling, foot on the floor. Walk your right foot in to meet the left, and then walk your feet wider than your hips. Practice your arms, palms facing up. Allow your knees to fall over to the right, back through center, and now allow the knees to fall over to the left. Windshield wiper legs, laying on our back, and just moving here a few more times with your breath, side to side. Next inhale, come back to center. Walk your feet in line with your hips. Reach your arms long overhead, legs straight towards the bottom of your mat, full body stretch. Create a tiny arch in your lower back. Walk your feet over to the right side. Walk your hands over to the right side, making a crescent moon shape with your body, both hips and shoulders grounded towards the mat. Inhale, walk your hands to center. Walk your legs towards the center. Inhale, lengthen, tiny arch in your back. On your exhale, walk your feet over to the left side of your mat. Walk your hands over to the left side, creating a crescent moon shape with your body, this time to the left side. Inhale, walk your hands to center. Walk your feet towards the middle. Lengthen one last time, full body stretch, reaching long in opposite directions. Arms long overhead, feet towards the bottom of your mat, creating a tiny arch in your lower back. On your next exhale, release your arms by your side. Palms facing up, pinkies in, thumbs out. Allow your heels to touch, toes fall open, or any final resting pose that's comfortable for you today. Shrug your shoulders up towards your ears, and then release them down into the mat. Clench your fists and squeeze your glutes, and then release everything into the floor. Clench your toes and then spread your toes wide, letting go of anything that doesn't serve you. Back to your breath, back to your intention. Begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, bringing awareness back into your breath, into your body. Reach your arms long overhead, tuck your knees in towards your chest. Rolling to one side, coming to fetal position, using your bottom arm as a pillow. Fetal position is a symbol of new beginnings. Using your top arm, gently press yourself up, coming to a comfortable seat. Once you arrive, I invite you to release your hands towards your knees. Bring a gentle gaze behind your eyes. Drawing a few circles with your torso, big circles. Doesn't matter which direction. And reverse that direction. This way back through center. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, right hand to left knee, twist, look over your left shoulder. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist left hand to right knee, over the right shoulder. Inhale back through center. Exhale, hands to heart. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my love and practice of yoga with each and every one of you. The light love in me honors and cherishes the light love in each and every one of you. I wish you all a wonderful day and weekend ahead. Namaste.